Hello! In this video I'll show you my daily strategy that I use all the time. It's extremely simple trading, no indicators, no overload, purely based on price movement. It's suitable for beginners and for those who already trade but want to simplify their approach. This strategy is called scalping. Today I'll show everything in real time: how I analyze the market, how I place trades, how I make decisions, and why I enter trades the way I do. As you can see, my account balance is currently almost 3,500, and let's see how much we can earn today. I remind you that I have a Telegram channel where I post trades, analysis and educational contents. The link is in the description and the pinned comment. I always support beginners and always ready to help. Briefly about what scalping is. These are short-term trades with a time frame up to 1 minute. We are not interested in big long-term moves. Our goal is to take a small but clear portion of the price movement calmly and without guessing. We don't stay in trades for long. We enter from levels and exit quickly. The main tool I'll use is parallel channels. Here we have the 1 minute time frame set, and we draw parallel channels, taking a certain price segment and marking it like this. Within this segment we trade. In simple terms, a parallel channel is a range in which the price moves either upwards or downwards. The lower boundary is support and the upper boundary is resistance. We trade between these boundaries. The first thing I do is isolate this section of the chart. It's important to understand the overall direction and where the price has already reversed before. It reached this low and reversed. I won't always wait for the price to touch the exact boundaries since video time is limited, but I'll still open trades based on what the candles show within this range. Right now there's a small downward pullback, so I can open a buy. I open it and wait. As you can see, it reverses in the right direction. 2 candles form in a row. Scalping is trading directly from the chart. I don't use any indicators, only technical analysis. The range defined by parallel channels, and I trade based on that. This is fast trading that can generate profit with the right approach. We see long candles forming. Ideally, as I remind you, it's best to enter when the price reaches the lower boundary. Then a reversal upward is possible. This is the foundation of this strategy. Parallel channels help me instantly see where support and resistance are and understand the overall market direction. That is, identify the trend. For this strategy, a 1 minute time frame is sufficient. I usually use it on trade short segment. Our first trade closed in profit. Congratulations! The entry logic in scalping is so simple that if the market is moving up, I trade only buys. If it's moving down, I trade only sells. As simple as it sounds, it really works in scalping. I don't trade against the channel or against the trend, and these boundaries shows me where it's best to enter. I open another buy. There was a small pullback downward and I enter a buy. I remind you that in unsuccessful trades I use the martingale method, but carefully. 1.5 2 times, no more. After 2 consecutive loss-in entries, we change the currency pair. It means this pair isn't suitable. Now there's a small breakout downward, and I think the previous reversal happened somewhere here. And now another reversal may occur. We entered with a trend. If this trade closes on a loss, I'll increase the amount and enter again in the direction of the trend. That's the essence of scalping. I rarely enter in the middle of the channel because there's no logic there. Price can reverse in either direction. I even entered a bit lower here. If it were higher, I wouldn't have entered. Now it reaches a boundary. We close that loss, no problem. We increase the amount to 300. We don't enter in the middle. We wait for the candle to drop a bit and then open a buy. After an unsuccessful trade, I still wait for the price to drop a bit lower before entering again, like here. 2 candles formed and I entered a buy. I'm entering with the trend and now a reversal is possible. The price is fighting. Ideally, it's better to wait for the boundary, but since the video time is limited, I act a bit faster. I see small bearish candles forming and enter with the trend. This is the basis of scalping. When should you not scalp? If the market is ranging, candles are small, the chart is unclear and direction is not defined. You must perform clear technical analysis. If the chart is chaotic, don't trade that pair. Scalping works only where there is movement that you can clearly identify. This is crucial. Another important point, the truth many don't want to hear. People expect something secret from trading, but the truth is the market constantly repeats itself. Levels, works, price respect boundaries. We open again in the direction of the trend. I wait for a pullback because we are close to the upper boundary, but we still trade in the direction. If you learn to wait for price to approach a level, you won't need complex strategies. Now it's approaching the level and we can open a sell. Yes. It can break further, of course, but I think within a minute the situation will stabilize. You see the cyclicity even within this measured segment. That's why it's important to understand and read the chart. Even in scalping, you can't enter without a plan. You can't put everything into one trade. I always work with limited risk. If the market breaks the logic, I exit, wait, or change the currency pair and analyze it. We are waiting now. There's upward pulsation. I'll mark it. The level shifts slightly, but I think the situation will reverse downward. It reached the boundary and now a reversal begins. During the remaining time, we see the breakout. We talked about exactly what we need. Great. A long candle forms and we close in profit. Super. As you can see, the strategy works. It's simple. Price reaches the upper boundary, sell. Reach the lower boundary, buy. Yes, the situation changes and level changes as well. 3 candles in a row can stretch things a bit. But here we have a clear breakout. I'll open another sell, just waiting for the right moment. I wait for the candle to extend the wick is long enough. I'll enter here because a small downward pulse appeared. We wait. I think everything will still return roughly to our range. Yes, there's a breakout now, no problem. We observe. Scalping is trading with the trend. Now there's a strong breakout. As you can see, the situation changes and we are not immune to that. Now we will redraw the boundaries and continue working with this chart, or switch to another pair. There's nothing wrong with some trades closing in loss. That's the market, it's alive and reacts to everything. We closed the loss. I'll move to a second currency pair and place a larger amount using the martingale system. we take our two parallel channels within the 1 minute time frame. It's approaching the upper boundary gradually, so we may open soon. I'll trade with the trend for now. I open a buy. I didn't increase the amount yet, I'll increase it on the next order. Oh, a strong breakout upward started. First, we trade with trend, and again, we don't rely only on the channel boundaries. Candle behavior matters. Several bullish candles in a row, then a small pullback, and bullish candles again. The trend is clearly upward. According to scalping rules, we trade with the trend. I think we'll close with a good profit. It even broke the level. I believe it will move roughly towards these levels. I'll mark a horizontal line here for convenience. At least price should move towards these levels. There was a small downward spike, now the situation stabilizes. After this bearish candle, I can open another buy, increasing the amount using martingale. I wait a bit, maybe the candle will grow or reach the level. I increase the amount. It dipped slightly, but that's fine. I think a reversal is obvious, it should move toward these boundaries at least. As you can see, even without indicators, technical analysis tells us a lot. Indicators can help, but here I wanted to focus specifically on pure scalping and pure technical analysis. We entered again with a trend and simply continue moving with the market. That's a foundation. I think this candle will consolidate well. The next one will form, and great. A very clear chart. Yes, there is a small downward spike, but the upward trend is obvious. This currency pair is really easy to trade, clear and not chaotic. And we close in profit. As you can see, several trend trades. We used parallel channels, pure scalping, and look at the profit. Great. Now I think I'll move to another currency pair to consolidate the result and then withdraw the profit. We draw parallel channels. Take this section. It's currently in a range in the middle of the channel, but we still enter with a trend. And open a trade. Done. Now there's upward pulsation. The trend is obvious. That's the main rule of scalping. We entered with a trend and wait for trade to close. I want to remind you that I have a Telegram channel where I talk about different strategies and share my tips. I will be useful for both beginners. It will be useful for both beginners and more experienced traders. I'm always ready to share my experience and I support long-term profitable trading. This is very important to me. We don't rely on luck. We promote an analytical approach that brings profit in the long run. Trading can truly become a stable source of income. And as we see, we close in profit. Super, just excellent. Let's summarize the key points. First, determine the direction. Second, build parallel channels. Third, wait for price to approach the boundary and enter in the direction of the trend. and don't trade in chaos. That's a whole strategy. Now I'll withdraw my profit. We had about 3,300 on the account. I withdraw 1,300. I enter my Telegram channel and send the request. As you can see, the money has been sent. And what I want to say in the end, everything is actually simple. Scalping is about defining direction, short trades, and trading with the trend at boundaries. The same levels, the same candlestick analysis, without loading the chart with indicators. The chart tells us everything, and we can draw conclusions and trade profitably in the long run. I was glad to see you on my video. Be sure to write me, I'm ready to answer your questions and help. Let's learn trading together. Good trading to everyone. Bye!